Good evening and welcome to the Detroit Underground Film Festival, the first ever Detroit Underground Film Festival. Welcome, folks. You're lucky to be here and I'm glad to have you here. Our next piece is entitled Last House on Dead End Street. And this is a movie with a real prolific history about it, and I have to give you some background before you sit down and watch so that you completely understand what you're about to see. This is a film that came together in the late 1970s. I believe it was finally released in 1977. It was made by a young man named Roger Watkins, who was an enterprising personality and, above all, an independent filmmaker. He aspired to realize his vision through this film. It was initially called The Cuckoo Clocks of Hell, and then the title changed to The Fun House. And then when the distribution company finally got a hold of his work, which was over 3 hours long, they chopped it to hell and gave it the new name, The Last House on Dead End Street, because they thought they were going to cash in on the popularity of The Last House on the Left, Wes Craven's film, you know, like the rape movie. Everybody's seen it. Come on now.
Yeah.
We know. All right. And this film is in a league of its own. That's all there is to it. It almost comes off like a film made from another universe or something. It's just so strange the way that it's been cut together and everything with the remaining footage. For years, no one knew who directed this piece. At the beginning, you'll see that it's labeled as being directed by a fellow named Victor Janos, who is not a real person. Victor Janos is not a real person. It's Roger Watkins' alias, because he did not want to admit he hadn't made this film. It was not until 2001, on some internet forums, that Roger Watkins finally revealed himself as the director of this film. And there was talk in underground circles and in online forums and whatnot for several years saying that the torture and gore scenes and everything were real. And people thought that this was a real snuff film. It is not. I'm sorry to disappoint. There's no one actually dies in it. But it delivers nonetheless. And this thing is just out of this world. It's the dialogue. It goes between being like almost a comedy and a horror movie. The dialogue is so hammy at points, and it's just like, it's an experience all to its own, and you have to see it to understand. And I'm going to say right now, I'm going to warn for the newcomers in the audience. The following motion picture contains a great deal of nudity, sexuality, and graphic violence. So, if you are squeamish or easily offended, then you might as well see yourself to the exit, because this film will deliver on every front. But it is an enjoyable experience, and it's a totally unique experience, and you won't see anything like this anywhere else. It's just at a whole nother level. So, without further ado, I introduce to you folks, Roger Watkins, rest in peace. Roger Watkins, rest in peace. The Last House on Dead End Street, the ultimate underground movie.